Well, ladies and gentlemen, look what we have here. Another insider is spreading news about the internals over at Ubisoft. And of course, things are not looking good. We have yet another leaked internal email from Ubisoft describing what the company is currently going through right now and how they're handling not only the negative press, but the impending layoffs that are coming their way and have already happened as well. Keep in mind, Ubisoft has fired over 180 people in a recent firing that saw the Leamington studio get shut down. On top of the fact of 3 other studios were losing people as well. It is a bloodbath over there at Ubisoft, and honestly, it's all of their fault. And now you have an insider who seems to be tired of it all, leaking this email discussing all of it for us to see. So again, guys, we have an article here from SmashJT.com with a headline that reads exclusive. Insider exposes internal Ubisoft layoffs email, and that Ubisoft's downfall with an exclusive insider has info on layoffs and the financial struggles. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, I mean, my God, man, just taking one look at this picture, and you can tell right off the bat that these people have everything other than video games on their minds, right? If you are out here just celebrating all of this pride nonsense with your company's flag and whatnot on it, this is what leads to the destruction of a company. Not because you're gay, but because they shield for you and virtue signal for you and practice DEI nonsense that so many people got there that didn't deserve the job. You can tell right off of the bat that most of these people are probably subpar developers, if they're even developers at best, right? A lot of these people are probably community managers, HR workers, something along those lines that most of these people tend to fill with their job roles. But still, this picture is just, it's an amazing thing because, again, talking about Ubisoft and firing people, I mean, I would imagine that these are the people that are probably fired first, but that's, besides the point. Let's talk about the leak. Ubisoft, once a beacon of innovation and creativity in the gaming industry many years ago, has been continuing its steep decline with the recent announcement of significant studio closures and widespread layoffs throughout the company. The company's struggles marked pretty clearly by an overabundance of failed game launches, internal controversies, and strategic missteps have culminated in a series of actions that signals to everyone that they've entered into a desperate attempt mode, trying to salvage what remains of the once gigantic and thriving empire. Look at this close up. Oh my God. Oh my, yeah. I can't, bro. I really can't. Like, this just screams Starbucks. You know what I mean? Like, this screams Starbucks. And even for the men too, like, the men look like women here. Look at this. I can't. I just can't. Ubisoft recently announced the closure of Ubisoft Leamington, a UK-based studio that's been part of the Ubisoft family since acquiring it from Activision back in 2017. Originally back then known as Freestyle Games, Ubisoft Leamington employed around 50 dedicated professionals who contributed to massively failed titles like Star Wars Outlaws and Skull and Bones. Now, you guys can tell, right? Based off of how those two products were, right? The quality of those two products. Can we deduce that the developers over at the Leamington studio were garbage? You know what I mean? Like, can we deduce that? Because I feel as if looking at those two games and seeing all of the bugs, all of the terrible gameplay within them, and the fact that they were so broken, I think it's fair to say that the developers here were pretty damn garbage. I think it's fair to say that and make that deduction. But anyway, the shutdown of the studio not only marks the end of an era for the employees, but also goes to show the broader challenges Ubisoft has been facing while maintaining its portfolio of games while they crumble. Now, let's talk about what's happening here with the leak, because according to this email, the cuts primarily affecting its Stockholm studio are part of broader efforts to secure long-term stability for Ubisoft. Approximately 20 roles in Stockholm are impacted, with the company stated that this difficult decision is necessary to refine its strategy and support future projects. To assist affected employees, Ubisoft said they're offering severances packages tailored to individual circumstances, career transition resources through external partners, and well-being support to help with both emotional and professional challenges during this transition. Now, I gotta imagine how hard it must be for people to actually find a job after all of these layoffs, because think about it. There are so many developers out there being laid off, and they're not being laid off because they're being replaced by someone else. They're being flat out laid off because they're removing the role entirely. So where are these people going to go? Where exactly are they going to find a job? Because almost every studio at this point in the gaming industry is firing people. Almost every studio is letting people go. So where exactly are they going to run away to? When you have all these studios firing people for the same exact reason, where are you going to go when you just got fired for that same exact reason as well? I mean, what the hell? This guy looks like Gary Vee. What is going on here? Beyond Stockholm, layoffs are also taking place in other Ubisoft locations. Ubisoft Dusseldorf in Germany is expected to see around 65 positions made redundant, while in the UK, Ubisoft Leamington will be permanently closed. Additionally, approximately 100 roles are expected to be cut across Ubisoft Leamington and Ubisoft Reflections. It's, again, pretty bad. Look at this leaked email here. It says, Dear team, as you all know, the past year has been marked by significant challenges for Ubisoft and our industry. Challenges that have necessitated changes in the form of targeted restructurings across our global organization and production studios. Together, we've navigated these uncertain times with resilience and an unwavering commitment to deliver exceptional games and drive innovation. However, to secure our long-term stability and future success, we must continue to make some very difficult decisions. Restructuring the Stockholm studio. Now, keep in mind, they would not have to make these decisions if they were just starting to buckle up and give gamers what they want and stop wasting all this garbage money on DEI nonsense, right? If they were not hiring people who didn't know how to do the job, if they were focusing on giving gamers a quality product at release instead of buggy pieces of crap that they have to patch 5, 6, 10 times later in order to make it even viable, why are we doing this? It's very clear that you guys are wasting money. You could have all the money in the world to keep these people around, but unfortunately for them, they don't realize that their ideology is what's causing half of this nonsense to begin with. You can't keep expecting the company to pay for your activism. You just can't keep expecting that. Eventually, it's going to come. The piper's going to come. You know what I mean? You got to pay the bills at some point in time. So you can run around and keep telling people if you don't like it, don't buy it. You can run around and keep telling people they're bigots, racists, and homophobes. But eventually, you're going to need money in order to keep doing that, and you're going to run out of money. No matter how big you are, you're going to run out. This morning, we announced a restructuring of our Stockholm studio. This decision was not made lightly. However, it is a necessary step to refine the studio strategy and secure long-term stability. The Stockholm team plays a vital role in our future and for their vision to succeed. We must create the right environment for their projects to thrive. We estimate that approximately 20 roles in a Stockholm studio may be impacted. We know that this decision impacts more than just the studio and its projects. It impacts people, our colleagues, teammates, and our friends. We deeply understand how difficult this is, and supporting everyone through this transition is our utmost priority. We are committed to providing severance packages, career transition, well-being support, and updates from Zone 4 today. In addition to the restructuring announced in Stockholm, similar efforts have been shared today within Zone 4. In Germany, Ubisoft Dusseldorf has announced that around 65 positions have been made redundant. Bro, it's so bad. I mean, they are getting absolutely positively cooked. And at the end of the day, like Smash JT points to here, look at the market capitalization. They lost 85% since 2021. They went down from 12.17 billion to just barely 1.78 billion by January of 2025. To say that Ubisoft is cooked would be an understatement. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.